Boys and girls, wrestling fans of all ages. I am Beast Mike, and we're gonna get this started. SmackDown Go Home Show. I'm going to get Dave the Stepdad in here. We're gonna get Bull in here, and see if we can get this rolling. Go Home Show, SmackDown. Popping as we get really close to Bad Blood. I believe like they're 23 hours away from Bad Blood because they're going to start the show at 7. So we're gonna see that happen. Why isn't he popping up? So he will be here. Oh, nope, somehow he didn't get there. All right, Lacey's already here, wasting little time. So appreciate that. Appreciate that. The triple threat ladder match, triple threat tag team ladder match for the tag title. Street Profits, Bloodline, DIY. Basically, by Blood, I mean obviously mean the Tongans, and it's a big night for those three teams. Let's see if I can still get this happen. I don't know why. Well, let's see if we can get this. See if we can get Bull and Davis stepdad here. All right, so invite Bull and all right, so invited Bull. We'll get Davis stepdad here on the case as well. Yeah. Okay, so Hardy, who I guess Hardy's from Atlanta. I guess that's what we're doing. And we got another one on the case. Let's see who just pulled up. Yep, Bull's in. All right. Oh yeah, okay. AJ Styles. AJ Styles coming back. Yeah, what's AJ gonna do? What is AJ now that he's back? And they're in. I believe they're in Georgia. I'm turning this sound up really quickly. It's good to see AJ back. Good to see AJ is now back. So it's a go home show. So we will talk about Vince as well once Dave the Stepdad gets here. We're obviously going to start talking about what the Vince documentary was. And pretty much binge watched it all the way through. Some of it I knew, some of it I didn't. And some of the stuff that was rumored that didn't actually go down, I don't think anything with Vince should surprise any of us, considering how wild and crazy he was. I'm not sure if any of it should be that surprising. So we'll get into it once he gets here. But the starting SmackDown off with the return of AJ Styles. I know he was doing some matches. I know he was doing like the Japan tour, things like that. But it's good to see AJ back live on SmackDown now that it's on USA. What is AJ going to do now? What is he going to do now? So I'm looking forward to seeing what does he do. Let's see. So if Paul wants to speak, obviously, get Bull's input on this as well. Hmm. Let's see. Okay, I guess AJ's coming back as a face. I guess that's what we're doing here. That's right. They are in Nashville. That's right. They're in Nashville. They're not in Atlanta. They're in Atlanta tomorrow. Hmm. All right, AJ. AJ wants to make a change. I can respect it. Excuse me. About AJ Styles built. I do want to see who's his next like opponent. I'd love to see Carmelo Hayes fight him. Yes, right on cue. Yes, this is a fight I'm looking for. I want to see this. Melo versus AJ. Let's go. That is a fight I want to see. That is a fight I want to see. That is a fight I am ready for. So yeah, I'm looking. This is a fight I am very much looking forward to seeing. It's a fight I am very much looking forward to. I'm here for this kind of fight between AJ. These are two incredibly great athletes. Let's go. Are we gonna do? So those who aren't seeing it, Carmelo Hayes is cutting a promo with AJ Styles in the ring. Not sure if AJ is going to they're going to throw hands or we'll see. Hmm. Giving him some free game. It's true. It's true. He did. Also true. Ooh. Okay. Okay. This is how we're gonna play this. Okay. Let's go. Hmm. Okay. When you be WWE champion? Come on, let's get this one on one. Get a rep out here. Let's go. Oh, needs a rep. Let's get this cracking. Of course, the Gumby guy T-shirt is front row center in the middle of the camera. Of course, he is. Let's go. Uh, oh, Mello, not like this. Or LA Knight's just gonna pull up. Okay, LA Knight. It's like seeing an old friend in AJ Styles. It's like seeing an old friend of me. He really fought in the convention center. Hilarious. Let's see. Hmm. 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 Think somebody. Yo, who? Oh, we're Dave? I don't know where Dave is.
When we're no longer needed.
I told him we started. I told him we were like when and the when and where's. Like I don't know where he at.
Oh my God, bro! Come on, man.
Yeah, like I told like we agreed. Like yeah, we're gonna start when SmackDown starts. Yeah,
Ugh.
I fired it up, but SmackDown started. So like while we're like I guess while we're waiting for Dave to get here,
What really happened?
like what are your like? I'm sure you saw the Vince doc.
Oh, of
Like
course.
what? Yeah, like what do you like? What are like your initial thoughts on it?
Real fast. We're not staying here.
Obviously, the first initial thought is, Netflix did an incredible job.
Hmm.
But like certain, like I heard you talk about like things that you didn't know, like right before. Like I knew Pat Patterson was already gay, but like
Right.
the thing that is like
But now.
the fucking the ring boy thing when they was getting rid of the cages and they had literally like a whole like teenage boy thing
Yeah, that's wild.
ring. Yeah, like I had no idea about that, dog.
Wow.
Hmm.
They didn't even talk about that in the Nine Lives and Vince McMahon. I don't think.
Wow.
Right.
Show us.
I don't remember that at all. Obviously, the main things of, all right, well, this what happened here, this what happened here.
Knitting needles.
Hmm.
The
The
whole
the
the
Vince
get
Hogan
up,
trial part.
yeah, the Hogan trial thing, and Vince told his ass like, yo, don't go on the Arsenio Hall. I didn't know that neither.
Hmm.
I had
Yeah, I didn't
I
know
had
that part.
no idea.
I've got a scar. No, you
I had
didn't.
no
He told him,
idea about that.
don't go on a Sunny Hall. It's gonna be bad for you. Like Vince foresaw it. Vince saw it coming. Like it's going in bad if you do this. And yeah, with the whole like outing him for the steroid part. Like yeah, that was.
Not want to do.
And Vince tried to tell him like don't do it.
Yeah, and what did he do? Just go against the grain.
Yep.
Go against the damn grain. So, yeah, man. I mean, uh, that, I guess like the whole like obviously they had to talk about the screw job. I didn't know that they did that previously before. I forgot what the female's name was, but she was leaving the company and they just fucked her over just like they did Brett.
Oh yeah.
Don't think for a second.
So
All right, Dave the
it's
stepdad's finally pulled up.
oh okay. Yes, but it was one of them joints where it's like, man, it's like, damn, dog. Like, so the things that we seen as kids, it's happened beforehand. It's just
Mm-hmm.
history repeats itself. Now, I will
Right.
say, Vince did have a mentality of like, yo, conquer everything, and he was right. He was
Mm-hmm.
absolutely right. Can you imagine right now, Mike and Dave? Imagine if wrestling was still like territory based. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like would we appreciate wrestling the way it is now? Like if it was all territory based, where the
Correct.
competition, like it's competition in different parts and different states and shit, man. Like
And it
I
didn't
don't
cross
know.
pollinate. Say WWE controlled the Northeast, right?
Yeah,
And AWA Mid South. Okay, they eventually became like parts of WCW. Cool. WCW controlled the South, or now AEW, as it were, like AEW and or TNA, because they're both kind of like TNA based Nashville, kind of sort of, and then AEW obviously Jacksonville. So like one of those two controlled the Southeast, one of the two controlled the Southwest. Yeah, like I know like those Texas promotions, like down in Dallas, like you could even have one of those promotions. Yeah, like that's one thing Vince did well, was like take no prisoners. And yeah, like it's how important he was in the 80s to make wrestling the thing. Dave, you there? 'Cause you got your invite in there. Are you there?
yeah, he's in there, but I don't know exactly what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, I mean, his mic should be unmuted. I'm very sure he had a mic, but anyway, yeah, like wow, you're right though. How different is that? And I kind of love. I get like he was incredibly hypocritical when it got to what Ted Turner did in the '90s, right? Like how Ted, and kind of knew like Ted Turner like had a whole lot of money. It's like I'm gonna just go crazy building up WCW and try to do what Vince did. Let's just like go everywhere I possibly can and just take over stuff.
Right.
Oh, is a vignette. All right, so a vignette of somebody coming in. But yeah, like Vince didn't want to like, oh, you ain't want to give Ted Turner his flowers. It was like, yeah, he's kind of doing the same thing. Like
Right.
that was crazy hypocritical. It would be if Vince to say like, oh, Ted Turner's doing a foul, but you did the same thing once you bought WCW from your dad.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Penguin too.
About WWE from your dad, I should say. But
Yeah, I mean, but like Vince had a general mindset, and it had to take him getting his ass kicked by WCW though, Mike. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? Because he did exactly what his father was doing. Like he had a mindset, he was set on that joint. When WCW came around, it's like, all right, you know what I mean? I ain't worried about them. And then, sure enough, it's like he had the ability to develop talent, which
hmm
Eric Bischoff and WCW Ted Turner, you basically just taking all the old WWF superstars at the time and
hmm
just making them into your what's the name, and then you made the NWO, which was a great idea, but the concept of like people just constantly changing over to the NWO, it was ass after a certain point, man. That wasn't
Yeah,
that
it got
wasn't
stale. Right.
sustainable.
It got stale.
It wasn't sustainable. I mean, you had you had other superstars. You still had Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko.
Right.
Um,
The one thing they did was the cruiserweight division. Like that,
yeah,
they definitely did that, and like creating like causing greater stars for Ray, for Jericho. Obviously Jericho was, and those guys were known from other companies.
right,
Moving to like the cruiserweight division as a whole, like they did a great job with the cruiserweight division.
right. As far as like the heavyweight though, it's just like, all right, you did all right with Goldberg. You know what I mean? In hindsight, in hindsight, it wasn't the greatest because that motherfucker wasn't really. He was still green in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was still. It was like, all right, the aura that he brought was great, but
Right.
the wrestler in general was just asinine at best. But that's
Yes.
what happens. That's what happens when you try to bring a football player into a motherfucking what's name. Not everybody
Into
can
the
be
wrestling
created
ring,
like
and he's
Brock
not
Lesnar.
polished.
Not everybody can be created like Brock Lesnar. And I feel like Brock Lesnar, when he first started, he was green as hell, fucking people up.
And but at least Brock had the wrestling background first. Like Brock did
Yep.
have the wrestling in it. There we
Right.
go. Brock did have the wrestling in, and I think that's was the other part to this. All right, so now Dave can now formally speak. There we go. AJ and Carmelo are in the battle right now. LA Knight's is at ringside. Now they have to step back and speak. As long as he turns on the microphone. But yeah, and I think the other part to it, when it came to the doc, was I didn't think they'd go in on the Chris Benoit stuff. I didn't think that they would
Oh well, yeah,
go.
because you gotta think though, Mike. That was a major part of like that was a major part. Cause remember they was gonna run with the story where Vince died. So it's like you know what I
Right.
mean. It was
Yes.
you. Yeah, you gotta think where they were at in the story, and then when Benoit
All of a
wound up
sudden, it's like,
murdering
oh,
himself and his family, the storyline had to be shifted
they had
now.
to.
Where it's like
Right.
you couldn't stick with that no more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they did like some like father son thing, like Vince had an illegitimate son or something, and that was so they went that route with it. But yeah, like I remember that part of it. But like I didn't think Netflix would. I didn't think Vince would allow them to touch the Chris Benoit part. Like I didn't think they. I thought they would just let that ride.
I,
But
I think I think it's too. I think it's too big of a story for them to just say, "Nah, I can't do it."
mm,
You know what I mean? It's because it still goes back to like, all right, the steroids and what was y'all allowing back then
right,
and all that other shit. Now, I mean, CTE got involved.
had to add
When
that
ben,
with Chris
yeah,
Nowinski.
yeah, when Benoit was there, but it was more so like it brought back the steroid shit again. Like if Benoit wasn't on steroids, do you think he would have did that? But it's two things though. It's the steroids and the damn CTE.
Yep.
Dave
Yo,
the stepdad is now in the building. What's happening?
It was not the steroids, bro.
What is that in your background? So what is happening?
Look at
Jax is pretending like these Lego blocks is hammers.
Oh,
Oh,
sound
okay.
like you had a halal truck.
That was very racist.
How?
That's the first thing you think of is a fucking halal truck.
Or cheesesteaks.
Nah, there it wasn't metal. It was wood. Jax, what the
Hey
fuck was
yo.
that?
Hey yo. Yeah, X is being X for some reason. But
But yeah, we literally just started talking about Vince. Like we didn't get like that far into the conversation
I'm gonna
about
oh
it.
come
yeah, I
right
know
back.
Bull was doing all the talking. I know.
All right, so what's your first thoughts on the Vince doc, Dave? While you're not even joining the chat.
I'm a little upset. I'm gonna keep it all the way told you. I'm a little upset, man, because
Okay.
the way they started it off, was like they got everybody there. Oh, it's about to be spicy. It's about to be
Mhm.
tell all.
Mhm.
Man, it wasn't none of that, man. It was not none of that, bro. I'm thinking secrets are going to be revealed and all that stuff, man. Like I don't like. Hold on, like Undertaker's there. Undertaker ain't going against Vince, and I knew that. I knew that. You
I,
wasn't gonna say that crazy.
hey, Dave,
So,
not to cut you off real fast, but I
but you're
think
gonna do
it
it
like
anyway.
the documentary is more for the casuals and shit. Like like how y'all are invested in the wrestling now. Like I would consider myself a casual, but like up until like I would say 2010 is when I actually stopped. Like I didn't. Matter of fact, I don't know. That's hard to say. Like WrestleMania was a big thing, and then after a while, I stopped watching it up until these last couple years. But yeah, this it's more so like for the casuals who really don't know Vince McMahon and the bullshit that he was involved in for them the entire time of him being the fucking owner of WWF.
All right. So can I finish what I was saying?
Yeah.
So I was upset, man, because when I seen all of them motherfuckers there, man, add me as a co-host, bro. Add me as a co-host. When I seen everybody there, man, I was expecting to tell all, man. And so when I ain't get that, and I was like, okay, you got Undertaker, you got Hulk Hogan. Of course, they not gonna say nothing about Vince McMahon, because like especially Hulk Hogan, all that racist shit, he brought him back. He ain't gonna say nothing bad about him.
Hey, Big Daddy.
A lot of the stuff already knew on the strength of what's that John, bro? Vice.
Not live.
No, on the strength of Vice. I seen
Oh,
that
okay.
because Vice has their own Mr. McMahon John. So I knew a lot of that information from there. I didn't know the Arsenio Holmes John. I did not know that.
Oh, they waved the AJ match off with Carmelo. AJ got hurt during the break, and his ankle is like
Yeah,
he just couldn't continue.
just looking at that.
Mm,
Damn, that
that's
sucks.
a
Hey,
shame
time out.
too.
Hey, Dave. You said Arsenio Holmes?
No, why did I say who the hell is Arsenio Holmes?
That's what you just said.
I think he mentioned Arsenio Hall, and it's just his accent was just like,
Yeah, definitely that Philly accent. Definitely not
Oh,
say
all right.
Holmes. Add me as a co-host, Mike.
I did already. Yeah, you
Damn,
should
that
be able.
shit.
You should be able to just accept it.
No, I don't see no notification. Damn, that
Yeah,
sucked up for
it said,
AJ.
yeah, you. I think you are a co-host. You just on my part of this. It says remove from co-host, things like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can't turn my
Yes, you should.
cameras
You
on.
should already be.
All right.
Meanwhile, LA Knight just gave a BFT to Carmelo Hayes, and Carmelo Hayes just sold it. We're gonna
That was a
continue the
nice arm
storyline,
bar.
obviously, with Melo and LA Knight for the U.S. title.
Damn, man. Damn, bro. I feel bad for AJ, bro.
Yeah, he just got back on TV.
That shit. So I know that shit is more frustrating than anything, bro. But that was an amazing audible from Triple H and whoever called that John.
Hmm.
But to add on to Bull's point, man, Goldberg, I never liked Goldberg, bro. I never liked Goldberg. His aura was everything, but that was it.
All he was Aura, the Spirit, and Jackhammer. A lot of it.
And
Right.
that was it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And
Like that's
he
the one. And even then, Goldberg is probably the one true star. Him, Booker, and Diamond Dallas Page feel like the three that WCW truly created. Like they didn't come from another promotion and elevate their stock. Like those felt like the three: DDP, Booker, and Goldberg. Everybody else felt like, oh, they came from another spot and made even more money in WCW.
Okay, okay, yeah. I mean, who created Stone Cold? Was it ECW? Was it WWE?
I would say ECW kind of created Austin, and then he became Stone Cold in WWE. So
Because
I think it's a mixed bag. I think like he became like a pure like okay, Austin can actually wrestle and he's a good wrestler in ECW, but then he became the megastar that he is in WWE.
yeah, yeah.
I think that's where I would argue that.
But if we're talking about homegrown, you know what I mean? Like if it wasn't for the WC, his whole his whole persona in ECW was how frustrated he was with WCW. So if that would
Hmm.
never happen, who's to say?
I mean, to be fair, Triple H and Undertaker were WCW before WWE. To be fair, just under
That is
different names and all that.
that is true. But what I'm speaking about is Steve Austin was Steve Austin because of his frustration in WCW.
Right,
Triple H and Undertaker, they were completely new characters
right.
from WCW to WWE. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, so if 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 he never got fired and used WCW as his anger, I mean, I just don't know where he would have been because that Steve Austin Stone Cold, that Steve Austin persona that is all because of his frustration in WCW. So can you get credit for that? Can WCW get credit for that?
No, WCW gets yeah, they get some credit for I guess the monsters they ended up accidentally creating for WWE. I think they do get some credit for that, where they and then Vince knew how to market and how to promote and how to turn them into what they ultimately became. So yeah, I would say yeah, I think it's fair as they're doing a Smack 2K24 commercial with the Fiend in it. Okay, that actually looks really good, and perfect time of doing it in October. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, did you see Jeff Hardy's tribute to the Fiend?
No,
Like,
I seen it on Twitter like stuff about it, but I didn't really look at it.
yeah, Jeff Hardy like had the Fiend face paint for one of his matches recently, like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, fire. I was just wondering what the hell happened to the Hardy Boys.
They're both kind of trying to get back into WWE. They figure they can get one last run before they retire, but that's like I haven't really heard too
Oh,
much about them lately.
I thought that was a plan for AEW.
No, yeah, they were both in AEW for a little bit, but I guess they never like they were around. It felt like Matt was for a few years, Jeff was for a little bit, but then after that, it was I guess they both kind of like faded out, either doing other things or just wrestling independent stuff, but nothing like that.
To get back to the Vince doc, man, I guess I would just expected more. There was
Okay,
nothing wrong with the doc at all. Nothing wrong with the doc. The doc was well put together. Everything was fire. I just knew more. I mean, I knew a lot of that, and again, I was just looking at it like, oh shit, he out this joint. He about to get spicy. So the fact that he didn't do it, it threw me off. I'm like, damn. Like I knew
I
everybody
think
was going to throw shade. I knew Undertaker and
right,
Hulk Hogan was going to rob for Vince. You feel me?
right. I think the
I knew they was going.
only super shocking things to me were the ring boy stuff, where like oh like there was like a alleged sex ring with the ring boys, and like how like Virgil was talking about it, and they had no, like no, not Virgil, Tony Atlas was talking about it, and obviously they said like Pat Patterson was pretty clean in all of it, which I kind it seemed like Pat Patterson's a stand up dude, so that was a stand up guy, which is good. Like he's Vince's right hand man, at least he was. And I guess the other part was the whole Vince Shane dynamic. Like right as Shane was leaving WWE the first time he left, where it's like they weren't really like they didn't really gel like that. They didn't really mesh like that. Like which I thought was a little surprising, even though it seemed like okay, we kind of understood Stephanie and Hunter were going to take over. Like I think we a lot of us figured this by 2009 it was going to be Stephen Hunter after Vince retired or died or whatever. But like how Shane kind of fell out of the loop was a little surprising. But other than that, right? Like it's nothing else, and the fact that they even touched the Chris Benoit stuff at all. Because I'm thinking like, oh, Vince wouldn't want that. Because like Vince doesn't want that part of his image because it makes like the CTE, the steroid stuff. It's like, oh, like I don't really want to touch that. But the fact that they touched that part at all, and the Vince Shane stuff, and then the alleged sex ring in the '80s. Other than that, like yeah, like not much of it was like, oh, this is brand new. Like this is new stuff. But then again, we're just like super invested in it.
Now to that point, um, that is something that me and Dave talked about, like off, maybe, man, yeah, a little bit on camera too, or on wax, where it's like it's amazing that Shane really wasn't the heir apparent. Like maybe you would have thought he should have been, because it was literally Stephanie, Triple H, and then Shane. Like Shane was like
Hmm.
the forgotten child at that point, and that's like how, like how is that even possible? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
how is that even possible for him to be that way? And it's like I don't know, man. It's like Vince. Is it Shane's fault that it was that way, or is it because you know Stephanie was a little bit more aggressive, and then she brought along Triple H,
Hmm.
or in this case Paul, in the aspect. I don't know, Mike. Like that's a tough one, bro. That is a tough one, man. And it's like I don't like, 'cause Shane never really gave the impression like, yo, he didn't want to be a part of it. But you never got the sense that he was in no way, shape, or fashion.
Hmm. I think Vince might have been right to think that okay, Stephanie showed that she's got a killer instinct. Like she absolutely has that Vince's killer instinct, that take no prisoners, I'm coming for everybody's neck type time. Shane, I guess never got that sense from Shane, and maybe I guess that's how that played itself out on camera, and maybe that's why everything played out like it did. Okay, Bad Boy's starting at 6 tomorrow night, but I guess everything played out like it did on camera too, because like you can see like Stephanie like as the villain, and it seemed like it kind of worked because of her style, and then Shane is like usually the good guy in all this, where like he's not he didn't have that killer instinct like Stephanie did. So I guess it feels like maybe that was the right decision. It was like Stephanie who's like went all in with it, or as opposed to Shane had the outside ventures. Like he wanted like MMA stuff. Like he considered the UFC thing. I guess maybe it's just worked out. Maybe for the best that it happened this way.
Yeah, it felt that way. I can't deny it, but it just, like I said, it just didn't feel right at the time. It still don't even it didn't feel right at the time that he wasn't really a part of it, like how Stephanie was, man. Like it just didn't make any sense for Stephanie. I ain't gonna say it didn't make sense, but like for Shane really not to be, he basically like is his mother's child, because Linda
Hmm.
really didn't want to be a part of none of that shit.
Yeah.
She
We don't
didn't
want
want to
no
be on
parts.
TV. Linda didn't want to be on TV. She didn't want to be a part of like none of them shenanigans, but she was. And then after a while, you would see her like every 3 years, cuz.
Correct. Yeah. Right. Like
You
she
wouldn't
showed up
even
for like
see
a
it.
couple
You wouldn't
special
even see
shows.
her on there.
Yeah, like she showed up for like one or two special shows, and that was about it. And like I don't think I've seen Linda in terms of WWE. The last time I remember seeing Linda was the Warrior Hall of Fame induction.
That's it.
That's the last time I remember seeing Linda on WWE programming.
Other than
Uh,
that, she just by the wayside. Cause like I said, she don't like that TV shit.
right.
You know what I mean? But she had to make her rounds, because she was still married to Vince. It didn't matter. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? She was still married to Vince. So of course she had to make her appearances and shit.
Right. It's kind of ironic that like Shane wanted to do the deal with UFC a decade and a half ago, and
Yeah,
now
and then now they wind up combining what's the names. That
with
was Shane's.
TKO.
Yeah, that was Shane's dealing, man. That was all Shane, but he not even part of that shit. It was all like it's crazy. He wanted to do that shit. Vince said no, and Vince was there technically for
Hmm.
the first beginning of the TKO shit. Now all of a sudden it's like, all right, yeah, that was all Vince's idea. Fuck no, man.
No, no,
Give
wasn't.
give my man Shane some credit, cause
Like no, yeah, Shane
Give
needs his
my man
flowers for
Shane
that.
some credit, bro. Like, yo, like, stop treating him like the bad, like as Dave would say, the bad stepchild. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like he's just a lost soul that needs some guidance. Like, no, nigga, he had
No,
it
Shane
right
was
over here.
ahead. Shane was ahead of the game. He was ahead of his time on that one. Like he
Right,
saw how big UFC was about to be, and like UFC like, became $1 billion corporation on its own.
right,
And Shane saw the vision, and Vince didn't see it as fast as Shane did.
right.
Like yeah, definitely. Ooh, as now we're watching the Chelsea Green and Michin in this dumpster match, which is as straightforward as it gets when it comes to the rules. As Michin basically got her face stomped into the hood of the dumpster
Damn.
as they go to break. And but yeah, that was like yeah, Vince saw it. Like Shane really definitely did see the vision of that. Like where would like how much money would they have made? Like would they be worth now had they did the deal with UFC in 2010, like or 2012,
No, yeah,
whenever? Like
they would have been ahead of the curve already. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, at Vince still had power at that point, and
hmm
the only reason why he's out of sight, out of mind, is because of this. Because of them heavy ass allegations on him, boy. Heavy ass allegations. Oh my god.
yeah,
That's why we don't
crazy.
see Brock Lesnar punk
That's
ass
why
no
we don't see
more.
Brock. Brock's the only one that kind of like expect. Like I was wondering, like maybe Brock didn't want to do it, but like Brock's the only like mega star that pulled up for this that didn't, and I was a little disappointed that he didn't pull up.
Nah. Well, Brock Brock ain't really much of a talker though.
That's
Whereas
true.
like as much as he has a superstar status in the WWE, like The Rock, Triple H,
Hmm.
Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, The Rock. I mean, I already said The Rock, Steve Austin. He didn't like. He's not much of a talker.
He does keep himself secluded. That's true. Now that I
Yeah,
think about it, yeah, that's true.
he keeps himself very fucking secluded. Any documentary that you might have seen that involves WWE, he's nowhere near involved in that shit. He's a country man at heart. Where it's like, yo,
Yeah, he is.
he keep most he keeps most thing, like to the chest and shit. You know what I mean? So anything involved, he really don't. He chooses not to really speak on and shit.
Yeah, he might not. Yeah, yeah. Now that I think, yeah, now like even thinking about it even further, yeah, he might not have said. He might not have said like they had talked about like oh like he expected people to like kind of be like a tell all type time, but like nah, Brock wouldn't have said a
Nah,
word.
nah, he was never gonna do that. He was never gonna do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's fair.
It
And like
sounds
like
nice in
talked about the
theory.
whole like over
Yeah,
the
it sounds nice in theory though, Mikey, but it's just nah, bro. Not bro, especially because
nah,
now he one of them like, oh yeah, I know where the skeletons is fucking hitting at because I was a part of the shit. Yeah, he ain't gonna do that.
right. Yeah, no, Brock's not gonna implicate himself and Vince and like the whole case. Like he's not gonna say nothing.
Well, the thing about Brock with that whole thing is he was already you know exit out of it. Like he was already clear. So even with him being clear, he ain't gonna revisit that shit if he don't have to.
I think they even said like on the last episode they cut it off. I think like January of this year. I think it was the cutoff. They said like most of the stuff was done before the allegations that dropped
Yeah, yeah,
earlier this year. I think they
yeah.
said what was it January was the cutoff, and the Vince was like, "Nah, we're not doing any more of this."
And that's why I was a
And
little upset. That's once they spoke about the recent shit, it was all like was just brief, super brief. That's why we here. We was here for that. We was here for that. Now we get to
Like,
the
if you're,
point. We like,
like, how much more would you have wanted other than the stuff you might have read already?
I want to know
Like,
all of this shit. I wanted the victim to speak about. Listen, you can do a surviving R. Kelly. You can do a surviving Vince McMahon. What are you talking about?
they came out with that so fast. Who dropped? Was it Hulu? Who dropped that so quick? The R. Kelly
Um,
stuff drops and like 2 days later, Survivor R. Kelly.
yeah, yeah. I forgot what platform that was. That's a good. I gotta Google
I
that
feel like that was
now.
Hulu. I feel like
Um,
Hulu's quick because Hulu got a Diddy one real fast. Like Hulu did a Diddy one real quick.
hey, but no, but you know who did Diddy quicker than Hulu?
As Chelsea's trying to win the match,
Tubi.
like who could have possibly been quicker than Hulu on the case?
It was Tubi. Yep.
All right,
Tubi already
Tubi
got
did. Yeah, that's right. Tubi did one too.
yeah. It's called the downfall of Diddy. Yeah, Tubi did that joint. I don't know. You probably don't remember that because G was like, "Damn, he didn't even get charged yet." But 50 Cent got one coming out too. It's gonna be on Netflix.
Yeah, they wasted no time in that at all.
Mm.
My mind
Yeah,
wondering how
he
much
lost some
more
weight,
like
bro.
can Netflix or anybody else is going to do stuff like this. Like, how much more like further different are they going to possibly get from what we already know?
So so 50 is doing his right. See what 50 is going to do. He's
Okay,
going to do
50's got some
exactly what
dirt.
I thought. Yeah, 50 is going to do exactly what I thought the Vince McMahon doc was going to be.
Okay,
Niggas are going to start spilling the tea. So that's what 50 Cent John going to be about.
yeah, I can see 50 dropping some dirt. I like, especially if it gets like dudes like Cat Williams on the case. Cat Williams saw this coming from Rip. Like he's one of the ones that saw this coming from the go.
Yep.
Something like this is about to go down.
Top of the year. Mm-hmm. Top of the year. He said that shit.
Bro turned down a quarter
He
billion
said that
dollars
shit way
because of
back.
all this. It's great integrity.
Who?
Let's say like Cat Williams talked about it. He turned down a quarter billion dollars
Decree.
from Diddy. Basically four times, like it's like 50 to 75 million a piece. He said. I was wondering when Piper Niven was going to get involved in this.
Wait, Mike, I got a crazy delay. So
Oh, so
I got a
SmackDown right
crazy
now, like
delay.
they're like
So work with me.
in the dumpster match.
No. I'm talking about no. I'm talking about on you and me right now. Not on SmackDown.
Like I can hear you just fine. Like are you?
No, it's a delay. Like I'm you might be cutting me off. I might be cutting you off without realizing it because it's a delay.
Oh,
Yeah, so just work with me.
interesting. All right, yeah,
Um,
fair enough. Fair enough. Fair
so
enough.
you said Cat Williams turned down $250,000 from what?
A quarter billion, I said. Like because the Shannon interview he did, where he was like, from those Diddy parties, I turned down. He had to turn down $50 million four times. He said. So like four, and maybe even more than that. Like he only admitted to four, but he said like he turned
Yeah,
down
yeah,
a quarter billion, like $50 million four different times because he wasn't going to the Diddy parties because he knew what was happening at him. And Meechin just powerbombed Chelsea Green through a table into the dumpster.
Misha lost some weight, bro.
Oh yeah, Meechin got like she's in very good shape. I think Misha's gonna win this match because Chelsea Green just got powerbombed through a table into a dumpster, and that's it. Michael Cole hasn't had as much fun in a long time while watching that match because he's been an all time op of Chelsea Green. Showing the slow motion replay. Chelsea Green's taking some crazy bumps this year.
It's that TV time, man. She gotta, you know what I mean? She's capitalizing on that TV
Yeah,
time.
she is.
Damn, Misha lost a lot of weight, bro. She was built like Becky Lynch at one point, man. She was super like husky, not like in a bad way. She was super fit, bodybuilder type. She lost a
But now
lot
she's
of weight.
cut, and Chelsea is now covered in
Yeah.
trash and filth, and this is not a good evening for Chelsea.
I wonder if Big E's still dating Misha's sister.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, that's a good point.
Shit. I wonder if Misha still such a pizza.
Well, she is still married to Keith Lee.
Yeah. Shout out to Keith Lee. What's up with Keith Lee, man?
As far as I know, he's still in AEW. That's somebody that absolutely got hurt from the pandemic stuff. Is like because he was on his way up when all that happened. Like that's really unfortunate what happened to Keith Lee, and like how his career kind of like it went spiraling down after the pandemic.
And he had a nice little rival with Swerve.
He definitely did. Like we really haven't seen too much of him since, unfortunately. So looking at the two hosts of Bad Blood, Bianca and Jade, they were on NXT last week, and they're going to be on NXT again this week as a team with North American champion Kalani Jordan. As Bailey just interrupted a party.
Mom got fat ass.
As obviously Bianca still sees Bailey as an op. I understand beefing up a squash. I get it, Bianca. I can respect that.
Thank you, sir. Ah, so what? Yeah, you can answer the one. I said two, but it's cool. I'll take one. I'll take one. I said I wanted two slices, but it's okay. I'll take one. But no, no. Come here. No.
So Bailey's about to cut a segment when they come back from break. So now I guess we can predict Bad Blood real quick.
My bad.
As Bad Blood will be in Atlanta tomorrow night. And
I got balls
I
in
think
my
they're
mouth.
sticking with the 5 match theme. As I think David Stepdad is getting his food situation straightened out.
Oh yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Cool.
I'm saying like we might as well do Bad Blood real quick because
Yeah, what's up?
and Bad Blood is coming out is tomorrow in Atlanta, and I think they got 5 matches again. Like, what's the match that like you're most looking forward to?
Before we get into it, I want to know you. How do you feel about that?
How
How you
about
feel about the
WWE
five match
having five
thing?
matches per pay per view?
Yeah.
I I think anywhere from 5 to 7 would be fine. I could like NXT having 5 matches for their PLEs, 2 hours every week. It feels like all the main stories get on from NXT, so I'm okay with that. For the stuff with Raw and SmackDown, I kind of wish they went with an extra match because I feel like SmackDown almost gets. It feels like these SmackDowns before the pay per views or PLEs. A lot of them seem like okay, that's their version of the PLE. Like that's a lot of their portion of it. Maybe 1 or 2 matches from SmackDown, and then a lot of it's Raw. Like I kind of wish like SmackDown got an extra match involved with these pay per views. But I think anywhere from 5 to 7, I'm generally cool with.
think, bro? I think because of the bloodline, it's still so fucking white hot. Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe it may be a reach, but it's like it's the bloodline. Let's hear the storyline. Let's get these long matches from them as well. You know how the bloodline matches is? They take 30 minutes.
Hmm.
They start so slow, 30 minutes, and then they turn up.
Like halfway through, it's like okay, it's the same filling out process, just different dance partners. And then halfway through the match is like it goes from 0 to 100. It's no, yeah, I get it. No, like it felt weird. Honestly, like the last PLE they had, it felt really weird not seeing any Bloodline member. No Jay, no Jimmy, no Roman, none of Solo's crew. It felt really weird not having a Bloodline member on Night of Champions. It was so different.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why he did that.
Like it
The
was
only
just
thing that I can
so
think
weird.
of, the only thing I can think of is maybe just spreading everything out, not trying to OD the bloodline, even though it is OD'd already. I don't know. So, you said what match I'm looking forward to, man. I'm looking forward to the main event, bro.
Like, everybody's saying that, like everyone's saying like Punk and Drew are gonna lead off the show,
Oh
which
yeah, I'm definitely looking for that too.
are you looking forward to Roman and Cody versus Solo and Jacob? Yeah, we finally get to see Jacob and Roman like throw hands, like truly throw hands. That's gonna be a crazy
Yeah,
part of this.
I love that, bro. I love that stare down with them, bro. I love that.
All right, so Metro Boomin is gonna be there.
Oh yeah, damn, I wanted to be there, bro.
Atlanta's gonna be crazy for this. Like, Atlanta's like already on tilt because of the what Kirk Cousins did last night. Atlanta's already on tilt. Dude, for
You said who?
509 yards, he was crazy.
Huh?
No, I'm saying like Kirk Cousins threw for 509 yards last night.
God damn.
Yep, set a Falcons record in doing so, including the walk off touchdown he had
Hey, look.
to close the game out.
Hey, look. Since we got a couple minutes, man. Hold on, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. I'm looking forward to Drew Punk, and I'm looking forward to the Bloodline. I wonder if something's big gonna happen, man.
And for the bloodline to go last, it figures yeah, it's something has to right. Like it feels like there's going to be something different. Like they're going to close the show with something crazy.
I feel like something's big is gonna happen on the strength of it's bad blood. They bring him back the old school thing. Like you can't bring back bad blood and it be shitty.
Hmm.
Like real quick. So side note. So Bailey's coming out, and I remember when Bailey was the champion, right? And this was like the super reach, like how everything was Illuminati. I
Hmm.
remember when Bailey was a champion, and she was in front of the. She had her shirt on, her
Hmm.
Bailey shirt, and it had A and E, and then the WWE on the championship. They're like, oh, she's gonna go to WWE. Look at her shirt. It says A, E, and that's the champion W. Like,
Right.
oh my god, bro. Do you remember
Because
that?
no, because yeah, there were people trying so hard to put like like wrestlers who are disgruntled in WWE, and people were just trying so hard to put them into AEW and to like say, oh, this person's leaving for AEW next. This WWE superstar is leaving for AEW next. Like it's that was a wild time. I think in like 2021, 21 and 22. That was a wild time. As now Naya, who did not like Dave LaGreca's questioning of Tiffany potentially cashing in tomorrow night. She was not happy about that earlier on Sirius XM. Like Tiffany tried to keep a
Yo,
good poker face about it, but Nia was not happy.
yo, Mike, her shirt had A for Bailey and then E under it. And the fact that she's a women's champion, it had W under it. On some tic
Right.
tac show shit. She's gonna go to AEW. You know what's so crazy because she didn't wear it. She ain't wear it like that the next week after that.
Hmm.
Because I'm only assuming because of the bullshit. Tiffany Stratton got some perfect titties.
But didn't Triple H like say before like I do pay attention to these things. Like I do pay attention to like social media and how people put together try to put two and two together.
Mhm. Damn, man.
Oh no, the people like the
Damn.
can't the people are gonna absolutely have the camera out for looking at Bailey rocking the leather pants. Like people are absolutely that picture's probably gonna be on Twitter in the next few minutes.
You know what I think, bro?
But
I think we can do it. I think we really can do. Matter of fact, I think we really can. The what you call it? If we really want, bro. The roster update.
no, we can save it for Monday. Let Bad Bug play out, and then we can save that for Monday.
Yeah, I think yeah, I think that's smart too. I'll be mad as fuck. Something happened.
Right.
Oh, it's my pick too, right?
I believe it's. I thought it was my turn to go first. I thought it was my turn. Yeah, 'cause I remember like yeah, because we did SummerSlam August. I went first. Night of Champions September, like something at the start of September. You went first. Yeah, it's my turn to go first. You still have that
Oh
pick.
yeah,
You
it
still have
is
that
yours.
free
Go ahead.
roster pick,
Yeah,
which you could
yeah,
use, but it is
yeah.
my like if you're not going to use it, it would be my turn to go first.
No, yeah, you're right. Because last time I was going first, but you used your pick to go first.
Right. So obviously you have the weekend to decide whether you're going to go first. When we do our roster updates. Because obviously I got some work to
Oh
do
man,
because of what happened with Ilya. I got some work to do on my end.
what happened? Wow.
He tore his ACL.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying for the people who didn't see it.
Yeah, they reported it on Testator, who I think has done a really good job since he stepped into WWE. Testator reported it during Gunther's segment that Ilya, during a match with Gunther, tore his ACL over the last weekend doing a live tour, and he's going to be out 6 to 9 months, which basically is going to effectively put him out for the rest of our season.
Unfortunately, that sucks.
Yeah,
He
it's
be
a
shaking injury that he got.
incredibly disappointing because they dragging out so good in the ring.
Damn, Nia's ass. Shit, Nia lost some weight, bro.
Oh yeah, Nia. That's what's it. Nia looks cut. Like Nia is definitely slimmed down. Like I think they had her build at 280, like her first run. No, she's nowhere near that. Like
Yeah,
she's way more fluid in the ring now than she was on her first run.
she got a neck.
There were people who were so thirsty when she choked Tiffany last week. There were people who were so thirsty. It was some of the
Mike, you
wild.
gotta stay off the internet, Mike.
The internet was having a like, they were gonna have a good time with that. It was one of the wildest things. Like people tried to claim like Tiffany's like low key smirking about it, or Tiffany was like had a serious look on her face. Like it was wild. It was a wild time. Oh, Bailey got under Tiffany's skin. Bailey got under Tiffany's skin, and now Nia is gonna make Bailey pay. Oh, Bailey moved. They move out of the way of a senton.
Oh.
Oh, Bailey got the briefcase. Right to the gut, right to the back.
I am, you know what? I'm looking for all these zones, bro. Real shit. I'm looking for all these matches,
Oh, they've all got meaning to them. Like all of them. Like this is one of them. Obviously, Bailey versus Nia. How does Tiffany play her part into this? How does Naomi play her part into this? Like they've got meaning to them. Like all these matches do. Like does Naomi turn her back on Bailey? Oh, Tiffany. Okay, yeah, I don't think Tiffany's gonna. Yeah, and plus Nia's getting out, so no, she's not. Tiffany, wait a minute, Tiffany.
Tiffany,
Hold on a second.
she's not gonna cash in the night before.
There's a reference to this. I do like how this portion of this drama is playing out. Like, is Tiffany gonna turn her back on Nia? Tiffany's gonna make a career altering decision when she cashes in that briefcase. As long as Nia is the champion, it is a career and potentially life altering decision. Because if she cashes in successfully on Nia is gonna want to tear her apart. Meanwhile, Tiffany's got her own business to deal with. The aforementioned Naomi. Because how does Naomi play her part into this? Does she turn heel on Bailey? Does she help Bailey?
Yeah.
What does Naomi do?
Man. And then, you know, Bianca not fucking with she not fucking with Bailey either. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like I'm liking this. God damn, hold on, I'll be right back, bro.
So yep, Naomi. That is a lot of blue. I guess she's from Orlando. That's a lot of blue. So Naomi and Tiffany are gonna fight after this commercial break. This is gonna be the last match before we get to the ladder match. And the ladder match will probably take a half hour. It should be really good though. The Street Profits DIY are crazy with ladder matches. This will be the first one in WWE with the Tongans. With the Tongans. Yep, Royal Rumble has started to do the promos for Indianapolis and the Royal Rumble in 2025. They had Drew and Liv Morgan on the case for last Sunday's game. The Sunday before, Seth Rollins was there, although part of that's because of the Bears. Obviously, Seth Rollins came back after that during that really good last man standing match with Bronson at Last Monster Standing with Bronson and Braun Strowman. So that was a lot of fun to watch that. It is because Raw's now going to kick up with now getting Seth back. So that's going to be entertaining with him and Bronson. I'm a little disappointed that Gunther and when Davis gets back, I'll talk about the Gunther Sammy stuff. But yeah, I like where this is going. Like I like where Raw will be after Bad Blood. But yeah, we're gonna get into what's happening with Raw. Let me see the comments. Appreciate everybody for listening. We talked about the Vince doc earlier. We're gonna get into Bad Blood in terms of our predictions. Got a lot of comments in here. Let me see if I can catch them all. See Lacey, who always seems to pull up with these. Appreciate the love. Looking forward to Coleman Coleman and Rody. Coleman and Rody. What part of the game is this? Cody and Roman match after Cody being on Pat's show. Cody says something interesting is about to go down, and then he did kind of tease that. I did see that. Where Cody talking about like, the big guy showing up next week, and he wouldn't fill Pat in on that. Yeah, I was just reading some of Lacey's comments. She said that she was looking forward to the Roman and Cody tag match, and saying especially after Cody's appearance on Pat McAfee's show, saying that there's somebody big was going to pull up next week, and he wouldn't tell Pat who it was But yeah, she said like somebody. He said something big is gonna happen next week. So looking forward to that.
And then I see on Twitter Brock Lesnar was spotted in Atlanta.
I did see that. Yep, I did see that too. Let's see. Dave and I will miss Royal Rumble. Um, unless it's played on the Jericho Cruise. Yeah. The Royal Rumble's. Yeah, the Royal Rumble's February 1st. I think next year. It's the first February Rumble. Yeah, that's a big one. She thinks Nia's gonna win, but Tiffany cashes and takes the title. Okay. Okay. She's might as well predict the Bad Bloods matches with that. So they're gonna kick off apparently with Drew and Punk Hell in a Cell as we get to the final chapter of this rivalry between the two. What you got?
I'll be right back. Like I'll be right back on the camera, but I'm still here. I'm locked in on my
Okay.
headphones. Unless it cuts out. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was saying like Drew versus Punk, Hell in a Cell. It's apparently gonna kick off the show. This is the final chapter of what's been the most personal rivalry WWE's had. And I think the best rivalry in all of wrestling this year.
No. Cause what did I tell you? I said some storylines are the same.
Okay.
Punk and Drew, Hangman Page, Swerve.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying you can't say the best rival when you got Punk and Swerve, bro. Needles, fires in your family's home. Come on now.
I would argue.
Put some respect
I
on
would
the
argue.
name,
No,
bro.
I get why you say this. I'd argue differently because Hangman Swerve started last year. Like that feels like a 2 year deal, as opposed to Punk and Drew was a one. And Chelsea is absolutely getting roasted right now by the SmackDown. It is not a good night for Chelsea Green.
You still there?
Yep, I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here. I was just watching the like Chelsea Green getting roasted by the SmackDown locker room and Nick Aldis pulled up.
Hey, yo, what do you mean by getting roasted?
As in like she's covered in filth and
Oh,
smells
oh.
like remember the dumpster match.
Oh, my bad. I ain't know it was.
No, the
I
dumpster
know.
match that went on earlier and Michin won. So
I didn't know she was acting like Paige or not. My bad.
yeah, no, like she was covered in filth walking back to the locker room and like a lot of the SmackDown superstars just like took verbal jabs at her.
Where's Xavier Woods?
No, Xavier Woods got like his own situation going on Raw where there's
I'm
absolute
here for
drama
that.
with him and Kofi.
I'm here for that.
Yeah, like it feels like maybe Xavier Woods is finally getting a run, and yeah, I'm here for that too. Like I want to see Xavier Woods have a singles run.
Yeah, but you can be a heel doing it.
As Tiffany just slapped Naomi.
Yeah, you can be a heel doing it. It's not gonna hit this. Well, it's not, I'm not saying it's not gonna hit the same, but we we wish it would be you know, with the new day, but it don't look like it.
It feels inevitable that Woods is going to turn on Kofi. Like it feels inevitable that that's going to happen. It's just a matter of how they're going to do it. I think.
Mhm. How they gonna do it and how long? Like I like this build up.
Right.
I don't want them to break up, bro. I'm gonna keep it
I
real.
know like it's a lot of us who love the New Day, who love what Woods, Kofi, and Big E have done over the last decade, and how no matter what, they always stayed together. They always figured it out. But yeah, this feels different. Like Karrion Cross with what he's clearly done, and obviously worked on Miz in short order, as we saw last week on Raw, and pretty much everybody that he's come into contact with has turned heel or has turned their back on their partner in some way.
Yeah.
Like he's been planting seeds, and all of them have grown to roost. And this one with Woods would be his greatest tree that he's planted because like that's been a brotherly bond for a decade, and the fact that it could actually happen is like, man, I can't believe we're here.
Not only a decade, they about to pull up with the 10-year anniversary.
Right.
Damn, that would be a good term for the 10-year anniversary. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
That'd be tough. As two of the better athletes on SmackDown, and Naomi and Tiffany here. So far, having a pretty productive match. Nice, kind of inverted Hilo, if you will. So yeah, the SmackDown, the Hell in a Cell match with Punk and Drew. I think Punk closes this out. Like McIntyre, I think does give him a horrible beating, but I feel like Punk's
Right,
gonna close this
absolutely.
out and get the win here. Like, what do you see from this?
Man, I know that's why I paused because I was like, I don't know, man, but yeah, yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, Punk will win because historically, the face comes out on top. So yeah,
So we got next up, we got Nia versus Bailey for the women's championship. Obviously, we saw the segment earlier, but Bailey tries to get her title back from Nia. And I guess the other part to this, does Tiffany cash in?
oh my gosh, I need Naomi to do a split on me. God damn, like how is she not pregnant?
Like, you're trying to wonder what God you're trying to pray to have this happen? Is that what this is?
See, speaking of the New Day, man, scare tactics like they do so many things outside of the ring.
Right.
It's like, yeah, it's like it's gonna be weird, bro. Like with the podcast, with the esports, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, with so many appearances that they have, family feud, bro, they do so much outside of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to not be together is country, if you ask me.
It's just gonna be different. It's, maybe Kofi's on his way out. Maybe Kofi's preparing to retire or something. But like, I don't know. It's gonna be so different.
Maybe. Because he has said he don't know how much more he got in him.
Right.
He did say that. And he's going to go out. Hold on.
So let's see. And like I remember like the New Day when they had the table for three thing, like Kofi said, like, yeah, like this is the last thing I'm gonna pretty much do. I'm gonna ride into the sunset off this. Off a New Day. And who would have thought then I think they did a table for three, I think this was 2016. So it's like, oh, we're this 8 years ago, and that's two WWE championship reigns and a King of the Ring from New Day ago. And that's like a record tag team title reign ago, plus plenty others. Like yeah, like so much like has happened in that time period. It's like man, like Kofi's gonna be a two-time Hall of Famer like in short order after he retires. So like that's gonna be so different to see Kofi like New Day split in some way. It's gonna be so different.
And, like I said, like is Kofi about to check out? Maybe. You know what I mean? And who else is who better than who better than him? Who better than Xavier Woods?
Right. like pass the torch to Xavier and pass the torch to
They,
Woods and let Woods run with it because
yeah,
I think it's been known for a while that like Xavier Woods could absolutely be a WWE champion. It's just a matter of how's he going to go about getting it. Like I think we've kind of known this talent like that Xavier's had for years. It's just a matter of like, okay, Woods is like,
okay,
yeah, it's time for me to make my move.
okay. Let's do it. Let's take a step back and go to uh it's still real to me roster fantasy booking. The New Day, Hill New Day with Stokely in AEW. That would be fire. That would be fire. I'm talking about with Big E. That would be crazy. That would be funny as hell, and that would be funny.
I mean, like all three of them could speak. Like they don't need Stokely as a mouthpiece.
But Stokely is funny
But,
like
But
them.
Stokely is hilarious.
That's the only reason why I'm saying that. Stokely could be. Stokely could just be that chicken shit manager. He'll be great at that.
Oh no, yeah, no, he definitely plays that role well. He absolutely does, especially with stat. Like he definitely plays that role tremendous. Nice stratisfaction by Naomi. Okay. Oh, that rear view's coming. Nope. Oh, fakes Tiffany out and then spiked her with a head scissors.
I wonder what's going to happen with Naomi, man. Like with Naomi, Bianca, and Jay. Like I wonder if they're going to team or something.
I thought that's where we were going. Was okay. Bianca and Jade have obviously they've been the tag champions a couple times now. They've been cooking as a tag team. While Naomi goes after the singles women's title. Oh, nice counter, Tiffany. She countered the X Factor with a handstand and then the drop kick. No, that was a nice counter. It's two incredibly good athletes in this match here. But yeah, that's where I thought they were going. Was they are a trio, but Naomi goes after the singles goal while Bianca and Jay holding the tag goal. Like I thought that was the path, but yeah, they went entirely different. And now it's okay. Not Tiffany, after Bianca and Jade end up losing their tag titles at some point soon, then what? Then what do you do with them? It's Tiffany with the great strength that she caught Naomi off a crossbody. Nice counter by Naomi. Nope. Get countered and counter back. Split leg. Countered. A lot of good counter wrestling from both parties. Prettiest moonsault ever. Nope. Tiffany rolls through. The handspring. Get count. Nope. I think Naomi tried to catch her. Naomi did catch her. Oh, Tiffany's in trouble. Nice. Nice roll through.
She great as hell.
And Naomi just got the pin. Nice. Like, great counters. The last 5 minutes of this match. Great counters by both women. But Naomi gets the pin on Tiffany. Great counter wrestling by both parties. It really was a mirror match between the two of them in terms of like
Yeah,
their
real shit,
athletics.
bro. Real shit.
In terms of their athletic skill and ability, it was a mirror match. Great stuff there. Great wrestling. So I'm sure like the last match is going to be the latter. But so who you got? Nia Bailey for the women's title, WWE Women's Championship.
Bailey win. Tiffany cashes in. That way, Bailey is still strong. And Tiffany's strong, bro.
So you think Tiffany walks out with the title?
Yeah.
Um,
I don't want her to. I don't want her to because Nia is wrecking shit. I want Nia to continue to do what she's doing,
mm-hmm.
and then let Tiffany do it. But I feel the same way about Braun Breaker and Jey Uso. I don't want. I didn't want Jay Uso to win right now. I want Brock Breaker to get all of that love, bro.
Right.
Choke all of that. That nigga is right as shit. That nigga is killing shit, bro. And then go ahead with Jay Uso. But I'm here for it either way.
I
Kevin Owens lost
that
weight too.
and what you say?
Kevin Owens lost weight too.
Yeah, Kevin Owens does look like he's in. He does look faster. He definitely does look faster than what he was before. I'm gonna say I think Nia retains, but we don't get a cash in. I think they're gonna slow play this a little bit more with Tiffany.
I'm here for it. Nia returns. So how does she retain?
I think there's gonna be shenanigans between Tiffany and Naomi, and Nia takes advantage of the situation, drops an annihilator or two, and gets the win.
Yo, I want somebody to love me the way Jacob loves Solo.
In a no Diddy way, but big facts.
That nigga just be glazing,
Yeah,
bro.
really.
That nigga is straight digging. God damn, bro.
Like he's metaphorically slobbering all over Solo, and it's like, but yes, it is like that. But we're not trying to like you want the emotion, just not that kind of way. And now the Tongans are pulling up to the ring to defend their tag titles. As Lacey is responding in the chat. Yeah, I changed my opinion. Bailey wins. Tiffany cashes. They need more women's tag teams. Bailey and Naomi versus Jade and Bianca eventually. Okay, now that would be a different twist. Where Naomi gets
what twist?
resentful that Bianca and Jade have had the titles. That would be
Ooh.
an interesting twist. Okay, that would be quite the twist. So the next two matches on Bad Blood are the Judgment Day portion of the show. First, you got Finn versus Damien.
Um, you know, Damien. I don't know. I don't know. It's 20 against one, bro. It's always 20 against one.
Uh, Effectively, yeah.
You know, Jay got the title. I mean, bro, it's not like the bloodline where you can. They got like 100 niggas just waiting. Like, nah, bro. Like, who's gonna? Jay was gonna help you, but how much is Jay gonna do when he got his own title?
Right.
So I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm just gonna continue to go with this shit not over with, bro. So I'm going with
Yeah.
Finn.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, they got way more to do with this. I think I ultimately, yeah, because of JD and Carlito getting involved. Yeah, I think it's effectively it's going to be 3-on-1. I think that yeah, that's a fight that I don't think Priest is going to win. At least not yet.
Yeah, like, and you know what? I'm going with Finn, even if Damian wins, because Damian wins, he's not walking out that joint alive.
Right.
So it's just I'm still going with Priest. I'm still going with Finn either way, bro.
Finn either wins the battle or wins the war. Got it.
Exactly.
Yep. Lacey's going. Lacey's picking Finn too for the numbers game. Yep. And the second part of the Judgment Day portion of Bad Blood, Liv versus Rhea for the women's world title.
I'm going with Liv.
Dom in the Shark Tank does make this interesting and truly does make this, unless the other Judgment Day members get involved one on one. I just think it's going to be so much happening surrounding this match. Ultimately, I think Liv retains. It's just going to be so much happening, I would imagine. stemming from the Finn Damian match. Let Jay get involved, but yeah, Jay getting involved may equalize some of it. But yeah, it feels like Liv's going to keep the title.
That might be a good draw. Yeah, Jay get involved. Jay don't got nothing going on in Bad Blood,
Right.
so I could definitely see that.
And then we get to the tag
But
match. Okay.
I don't know. They let fucking Jay on SummerSlam, which was weird as hell. But with the same token, they did leave on Wyatt six. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But I'm going with Liv.
Yeah, I think Liv retains. I think that there's more to Liv's title run. I think there's it feels like more stuff's going to happen here. Yeah, I think Liv's going to retain.
Damien and Rhea is not gonna get their lip back for a long time, dog.
Yeah, I think Damien. I think they're reserving. I think Damien getting his back for a bigger show. That feels like a bigger show deal to have Damien get his lick back. And then we get to the main event. They're gonna have Solo and Jacob versus Cody and Roman.
Sheesh. I don't know, bro.
There's so many layers to this. Who gets the
Oh
pin?
man.
Who takes
Yeah.
the pin? Other than the bloodline, Randy, other than the Tongans, Randy and Kevin Owens, who else gets involved in this match? If anyone else gets involved, there's so much to this.
Oh. Kevin Owens gonna get involved. Kevin Owens gonna get involved, and he's gonna cause Cody to lose.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of that.
Yeah. Cody's gonna take that L, dog, because of Kevin Owens, dog. Unless something crazy happens. That's not crazy. That's regular. But unless something crazy happens.
I'm thinking Jacob's getting this pin. I'm just deciding whether he pins Roman or Cody.
Cody going. There's gonna be Cody, bro. Cody, hold on.
Cody gonna take that fall, bro. He's gonna take that fall.
Which could set up Cody and Jacob for Crown Jewel. They could do that. They could go that route. Because you got Crown Jewel at the end of the
Or
month.
or The Rock comes back and he fucks Cody up, and then that sets The Rock and Cody up for Crown
That
Jewel.
could happen too. Like it feels like Rock is pulling
And
up
then he wins.
either any one of these next three pay-per-views. It feels like Rock's pulling up. Okay, Naomi's gonna host with Bianca and Jade. Got it. Okay, good, good, good.
Nice. So much shit they could do with Naomi. Um, guys, Bailey face is not. Sheesh. There's so much you can do with Naomi, Bianca, and Jay. It could be another new day, bro. There could be a nation, the women's nations. You feel what I'm
Right?
saying?
No, like if the three of them came a full-time crew, it's a wrap for a lot of the SmackDown roster.
Man, yeah.
It's an actual wrap for a lot of the SmackDown roster because you have
Mhm.
the crazy power and potential of Jade. You have the amazing athleticism of Naomi, and you have Bianca, who's the hybrid of the two.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, man. It's so much they can do with. Man, I'm just waiting for Netflix because I feel like so now that Raw's going back to two
Right.
hours, how do you feel about that? And how do you feel about main event on Saturday?
I do like the Saturday night's main event. I thought it was just making that a one-time thing.
Oh, it is a one time
I
thing.
thought it was just a one time thing, and they're doing it. That's your December pay per view, pretty much. I, I thought
Oh, okay,
I thought
okay.
that's what that was. This feels like
Maybe.
from as to answer your first question. I thought with the Raw going back to 2 hours as of Monday. I thought that was just until the end of the year, and then we get to Netflix, and then that goes back to three. From what I read, I thought that's what this was.
I thought Raw was. I thought it was going back to Netflix. I thought it was only 2 hours on Netflix. Period.
Yeah, I've heard conflicting reports about that. I mean, I guess we'll see. Raw going back to 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think because some Raws feel like there's a lot of filler. They start strong. The 9 o'clock segment is strong, and then the closing segment's really strong. Like that's what it feels like. For most Raws. But like for
I
Raw to
just
be
felt
two
like
hours, I think you're gonna get like the segments are gonna be more meaningful.
which is dope, but it also sucks for the performers
Right.
because now you taking their ticket time out.
Right.
So I see both sides, but I mean that's an hour worth of TV time for the performers, man.
Right.
So it's like, what are you going to do next? Are you going to add a third show like AEW? Man, like what are you going to do for that hour? Got NXT, but then, I mean, I don't know, bro. Like
NXT had 840,000 people watching NXT this past week. It was a really good,
yes,
really successful debut on CW.
yes. Yo, Trick Williams. Yo, you know what's crazy about Trick Williams? That's how that nigga dressed outside of WWE, bro.
Hmm.
I seen him outside of WWE. Trick Williams. I seen how Trick Williams dressed outside of WWE. He was at like battle rap events and shit like that. That nigga does not have a shirt on, nigga. You around a bunch of niggas, bro. Put a shirt on.
I get it. He's trying to show off his style with the people, but like, yeah, he does show off.
Like I'm just saying, at a battle rap event, bro, it ain't nothing but a bunch of niggas, and the women that's there is there with other niggas. Put a fucking shirt on. I was actually excited to see Street Profits in NXT. I was hoping they would stay there. Um, on the strength of they need to get some love, man. I mean,
I do want to
like
see them win
damn,
the tag
they don't.
titles. I do want to see them win the tag
They
titles
need.
back. But here we go.
Yo, what's up with you, man? And nigga, MVP, bro. Yo, what's the fuck is this shit I'm hearing, bro? MVP, Swerve, Bobby Lashley,
MVP
nigga.
pulls up and is like, okay, person I don't want wants heat against MVP, and then Shelton Benjamin pulls up last week. I'm like, okay, MVP. I see the. I'm starting to see the vision now. Man, this is gonna get very serious very quickly. Like word is earlier today,
And
Bobby Lashley signed on, and like, yeah, they're gonna do something very serious with MVP and AEW.
you about to be mad as shit too, man, because you ain't getting all them niggas like that. You got me fucked up. I'm gonna make this shit hard for you. You got me fucked up. You ain't get the Judgment Day, Roman Reigns, and this shit. Fuck you, Mike. Fuck that shit. No, I'm gonna make this shit hard for you, motherfucker. You gonna have to come on somebody if you want this to work. Uh huh. I'm like, hell no. And then Swerve is out too, man. So it's like, yo, bro, that's so it's like when he comes. Wait, Swerve wasn't at last week Dynamite, was
Hmm?
he? I didn't see the whole thing yet. Swerve wasn't at the anniversary, was he?
No, Nana was. Nana's been on the last couple weeks. Nana's been on TV the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah, because of the match with Hangman.
Right.
Um, so
Like Swerve hasn't been on, but like Swerve's not
Oh,
cleared, but Swerve will be on his way back. Is what Nana basically said.
yeah. But is Swerve really not cleared, or is he not? I mean, or is it just part of the storyline?
I had to think. I had to think it's a mix of both. I had to think it's like, okay, Swerve's probably not cleared, but he's also probably getting a vacation.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go with the storyline. Like
Yeah,
that nigga be on some heavy promos, yo.
right.
You know what's funny? He was on a Breakfast Club, bro, which is fire.
I can see that for Swerve. I can see that.
So he was on a Breakfast Club, and he was telling them what happened. And Hangman burnt his childhood house down and all that.
Hmm.
And I forgot who it was. I'm sorry, damn, I forgot who she was. But she's the co-host filling in for Just Hilarious for the people who do know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so she's like, well, how did he get away with that? Anybody call the police? You know that's arson. And Swerve is like, yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. Staying in character and
Yeah,
shit.
really.
I'm trying to figure that out too. Man. Is anybody gonna do something about this? You burn somebody's house down and get away with it. I was cracking the fuck up when he said, hey, I'm trying to figure that out too.
Like in terms of like images of the
That's some
year, that is definitely one of the images of the year. Like Hangman having some Jack Daniels in front of the house as it burns down. Like that's an all-time album cover type shot.
that's some racist shit. That's how I'm looking at it. I've been watching too much Godfather on Hard Knocks.
Yo, that was legit. That was legitimately good show. Oh, that was such a good show. How far did you get into that?
Joe, so you watched that, John?
Yeah, I watched it all the way through.
Bro, I'm on episode 3, season 3.
Okay.
Bro, I do not fuck with this Malcolm X, bro. I do not fuck with this Malcolm X, yo. Who the fuck is this weirdo, bro?
What is it because of the demeanor, or is it because of like why don't you like? Is it because like he's like trying not to be violent? Like why aren't you rocking with Malcolm X like that?
No, it's no, not Malcolm X. The
Oh,
character
the person
playing
playing
Malcolm
him.
X.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's what I'm not fucking with season 3. That's why I said I'm not fucking with season 3 Malcolm X. Well, yeah, I could have went more in detail. I get what you're saying. Yeah, the character playing him. I'm not feeling that, bro.
Okay.
I really enjoy. Like I fell in love with the first with season 1 and 2 Malcolm X,
Yeah.
bro. Like he had him to the T, bro.
Like I get it, it's a pride thing for Malcolm, but like, yeah, like no, it is. It did take a turn. It did take a different turn. From season 2 to 3, right? It did take a turn somewhere.
Yeah, I'm on episode 3 on season 3.
Okay.
I hear they coming out with a season 4.
I don't think they are. I from
You don't think so?
I don't. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think they were. I think they were trying to, but I think COVID happened, and I think that was like the end of it.
Okay.
But yeah, I would have loved to see the season 4 from it because that was like you can't just leave off with Malcolm going like you can't just leave off of how it ended.
Nah, don't spoil it.
I
Oh,
mean,
okay. All right.
like you can't just like with everything what Malcolm was doing like
Yeah, yeah, I got you. Yo,
but
I like how you almost fucked it up, yo.
yeah.
You almost fucked it
That's right.
up.
It's like you only in three. You only in 3-3.
I said it like 2, 3 times. I'm only episode 3. What show? What show are you fucking with right
Um, like with so much like sport and games happening, I haven't really like gotten into like a new series. The last one I watched over the summer was
now?
Killing
Okay.
Eve. But other, like that's the last one I watched over the summer. But like I haven't really gotten into like new
On
series.
Hulu, right? On Hulu, right?
Killing Eve is on Netflix.
Okay. Well, hold on, because I said I was going to save this for later, and perfect timing. We're all smacking about to check out. Um, floor is yours, man. Talk about the Phillies, bro.
Yep. As for those who saw last night, the Mets pulled another rabbit out of the hat, if you will. They beat the Brewers 4-2 off a three-run homer by Pete Alonso in the top of the ninth, off of an excellent closer in Devin Williams. So for the first time ever, it's Phillies Mets NLDS. There are some people who are shook and are to the point of selling their tickets. You know, like there's an actual movement of like, yo, don't sell your tickets to Mets fans. Like they want the like. And I agree with this. Keep the Red October energy and the vibe that the as Dawkins did at Tope Kohilo over the top and hit the ladder as opposed to the Tongans. But yeah, like there's an actual movement of like don't sell your tickets as Montez Ford is about to fly. Gorgeous athleticism by Montez Ford. But yeah, he's about to like don't sell your tickets to Mets fans. That's been like the growing movement over the last couple of days, like 24 hours. Like since we found out that okay, it's Phillies Mets. But it's the first time ever that these two teams are gonna meet in the playoffs. Like both teams have met the Braves a lot in postseasons. Obviously, the Phillies the last 2 years have met the Braves. But yeah, it's the first time it's Phillies Mets. It's a good series. I think it's going to be an entertaining series. I'm going to say Phillies win in four. I think we'll win games 1 and 2 here, and then lose 3, and then win game 4 up at Citi Field.
So you got what you got? The best player, the best record, bullpen, all that shit. Why are people bitching?
Like,
This is
people
better
are
than
afraid because the Mets because people are comparing this year's Mets run to the 2022 Phillies run, where the Phillies were the
Okay.
come running team and got hot towards. Actually, really, the Phillies were cold at the end of the season, but the Phillies had to scratch and claw their way in, and then swept the Cardinals, and then mowed down the Braves, and then beat the Padres, and made that run of the World Series. And people are thinking like the Mets is some sort of team of destiny type team who were terrible to start, got hot in June, have stayed stable and hot, and then had to win the game of the year against the Braves on Monday, and now they survive again against the Brewers last night, like playing effectively 4 playoff games in 5 days is what the Mets just did,
Yeah.
and they won 3 of them, and that's what brought them here. So like people are terrified that the Mets are going to come running in and all that momentum, and they're going to snatch it and win this series, and then go on and make moves and go forward. I just don't think they're the better team. I just don't think they're the better team than the Phillies are. Not the way the Phillies have played for most of this season. I think the Phillies being able to rest the whole week and get their rotation set up as they want it to be. I think the Phillies is just a better team.
But even with the Mets going, they're comparing the Mets to the Phillies run. I don't I don't think the Mets have the power that we have.
Hmm.
I don't think like from an overall perspective, they don't have that dominance that we have. We have some we the, who's no, bro. I don't think they have the better players than we have. They got a run. They do have a run, but I don't think they it's the talent and the players. I don't think they have that, bro. In comparison to what we had when we went to the World Series.
Right. It's just like, yeah, it's Francisco Lindor has been amazing. He is probably going to finish second in the NL MVP behind Shohei Otani, who went absolutely insane this year. Lindor will probably finish second. Okay, cool. Like, I don't know if he and he alone, I don't think he alone can't outdo Schwarber and Harper and Turner and Castellanos, who've all been big time playoff players over the last 2 years. And like and then all that, and then the Phillies, unlike the previous 2 years, this rotation and the bullpen are all generally ridiculous. Nice code breaker by Gargano to Tonga, to Tomatonga. But like the bullpen is ridiculous, and the rotation sent four guys to the All Star game. It's I just don't think they have the Mets have the depth. I think it's going to be a good series. The Mets are going to get their shots in, but I just think the Phillies overall depth. And I think the Mets are mostly just going to run out of gas at some point in this series, and the Phillies should be able to just take over. Like I think the Phillies are like they're on a mission to finish this deal. They're on like a serious mission. Like, yeah, we came so close to the title the last 2 years. Like to a man, they all want to finish this job. Like they played to get this bye, they played to win the division, and like now it's like okay, we got some extra rest. Now let's take advantage of this.
Okay. So how far do you think the Phillies will go?
I still think the Phillies are winning the title. I know Baltimore. I know Baltimore's out. I know Baltimore's out.
Yeah, you said Philly
Yeah, I
Baltimore,
know.
bro.
Like I said Philly Baltimore, and Baltimore decided, oh, we're just not going to win a playoff game this year. That's kind of unfortunate. But no, I still think the Phillies are going to go. I think the Phillies are like how I'm like planning it out now. I think it's going to be Phillies Padres NLCS. I think the Padres will beat the Dodgers again in 4 games, and then I think the Phillies will beat the Padres in 6 to win the NL pennant again. In the American League, since my entire championship series got taken out because Houston also didn't win a playoff game. That's what I'm saying. Like the Astros and Orioles both got beat by two AL Central teams, and okay, the Royals I understand because Kansas City was good for a lot of this year. The Tigers literally came like they sold at the deadline and still ended up getting to the playoffs and now won a playoff series. It is actually insane.
Yeah.
I think Yankees Guardians feels like the ALCS. I don't think the Tigers have enough, even though this is a good matchup for them because the Guardians offense isn't all that great either. And I think it's going to be because of the Guardians pitching and especially their bullpen, as Montez Ford's about to do something absolutely ridiculous. He just frog jumped the ladder from the top turnbuckle and blockbuster Champa on a doomsday device.
This is a hell of a ladder match, yo.
This is becoming a very good ladder match. That table's still ominously there, and somebody's gonna take a crazy bump with it. Montez almost didn't get Champa, but he got enough of him to basically shoulder block him, and then did the full rotation on the flip. Jeez, Montez Ford. So I'm gonna say,
Especially athletic.
yeah, it's ridiculous how athletic he is.
Like, how the hell do you overshoot the fucking ladder?
Yeah, really.
And not only the ladder, the other human being. Like, you know what? That's a lot of height
That
and space to cover, and you still almost overshoot the shit.
like it's insane how good Montez Ford is. Tangaloa is fighting with Dawkins while Tomatonga is in the ring.
August lost hella weight too.
Angelo Dawkins' athleticism sneaky underrated. What is what is
I'm sitting
Tomatonga
here thinking,
doing?
right? I'm thinking if we would have had this and still wrote to me back in 2017, the New Day or the Usos,
Hmm.
that would have been cool as shit too.
It would have been different. It would have been very different. As chairs are about to be used of the Tongans. BFAT took away a chair from Tomatonga. It was a quick distraction, and now the Tongans are getting worn out by chairs courtesy of DIY. And this is evolving, I should say, into a tables, ladders, and chairs match very quickly. Meanwhile, oh, that table was ominously used. Now Montez Ford's about to go up. Oh, this is going to be bad for Tama Tonga. Frog Splash! That was actually really smart of DIY to convince him, because now you can take it on a member of each team. Smart play by DIY. Well played by Ciampa and Gargano.
They've been pretty solid this year too, man.
But they're not done yet.
Whoa. That Frost Splash was fucking perfect.
Now it's effective with 3-on-1.
DIY has been solid this year, bro. They really have.
I like this come up year that they've had. They finally win the tag titles in the main roster.
Yeah.
I wish the reign were a little longer. And now Takaloa knows the powerbomb is cut, and yeah, he eats it. Both Tongans through two tables. And now it's now 2-on-1. Yeah, I think, Ciampa realized it. Yeah, it's now 2-on-1. Dawkins has got his lights kicked out. And now it's DIY or bust right now.
Michael has not had this much fun until Pat McAfee pulled up.
Oh, yeah. Like, this was absolutely like a new lease on life.
Yeah.
Montez Ford now jumping back into this. Montez Ford makes the Sheldon spot. He's going to beat him to the punch. And now we got to fight at the top of the ladder. DIY, Street Profits. Both the two teams. Oh, those ladders. Oh, those ladders in the opposite corners. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt very badly. Ciampa's fighting with Dawkins. Gargano's fighting with Ford. Back suplex by Dawkins. And responding in kind goes Gargano. And with all that happening, the Tongans are both getting up as both teams basically take each other down. And then the Tongans are going to steal the match. This match actually it went nuts. Both Tongans went through those tables, and they're still going to win the because the other two teams basically took each other out and took their eyes off the prize. The Tongans retain. Now don't fall from the top of the ladder.
Oh no, he got him. He got him. I got you, bro. I got you. Dude, look at it steady.
He definitely did hold it down.
All up to the top. Okay, that's shout out to me for having a bloodline.
Hey, you made the choice. You chose to take the bloodline and not Roman. So yep. Having Jacob is the key. Could be the key to all of this.
That's okay, B fan.
Yep. Tongaloa goes through one table. Tama Tonga goes through the other.
Hey, bro. Oh shit. Fucking Jay Uso. Yo, I'm glad I got Bryson Reed again. Seth is back. Yo, my roster is looking nice, bro.
Yeah, that's a big Seth coming back and Bronson Reed doing his thing, and Jay winning the Intercontinental Championship is big for you. Like Jay winning the IC title is big for you because like I had a lot of the titles in WWE until then, until that
Yeah.
point. So like you getting that one back is a big one.
But yo, you got Bryson, you got fucking Braun Breaker just killing everything. Gunther too, man. like you got the Judgment Day storyline, man. Like you got some killers too, man. But it looked like for me, it looked like you about to run away with this shit, man. With Judgment Day, Liv Morgan, uh,
Terrence
and then the
wins.
fucking Roman Reigns. Yeah, yeah, Terrence twins. And then the Roman Reigns, I was like, bro, this nigga about to run away with this shit, but it's a fight, it's a dog fight, bro.
Yep. No, you're making it because Bronson is starting to have his first like second major rivalry now that he's got now that Seth is back, and like that's a big
Mm-hmm.
deal. And now obviously Jay with the Intercontinental Championship, he's going to be in higher profile matches. That's a big deal. Like yeah, like it's like you got obviously Cody doing his thing is a heavy hitter, John.
Yeah.
Like Rock's gonna go friend or foe at some point. Whoever gets Rock is a huge deal. It's gonna be a seismic shift.
Yo, it's like, yeah, like is he? Ah, yeah, that's right, bro. God damn. But again, even with the build up, it's not there yet. But Swerve, it can be the new Hurt business.
Right.
That can be a big deal, bro. Oh, so Rock. I mean, I mean, look. Depending on how Roster's looking too, man, you can't count out John Cena, bro. You think John Cena gonna go out with a bang too? This is his last time.
Correct.
He going out with a bang, bro.
Correct.
Shit, Brian Danielson cooking shit. I got the BCC, bro.
Obviously you're gonna have to we're gonna have to flip some things around with
Yeah,
that. When you do your housekeeping
yeah,
on Monday,
yeah.
you got to flip some things around on that.
Oh, but you know who else has been cooking shit too? Allspring, bro. Oh my gosh.
He is as advertised to AEW. He has been absolutely absurd in AEW.
Will Allspring been on some shit. God damn. Like to me, that's your Braun Breaker. That's the equivalent to your Braun Breaker, bro. Like just gravitates with the crowd, and he's a fucking heel, but he's so fucking crazy, and what the dogs say, and all that. You just love him, and now it looks like he's becoming a
Yep.
face. Braun Breaker, nigga,
Yeah.
are you serious?
Braun's Braun's got a crazy run coming in 2025, and I'm here for it. I'm
Bro,
absolutely here for
Braun
it.
Breaker, nigga. Oh my
I'm
god.
here for the Braun Breaker run in 2025, where
Yo.
he's terrorizing people in route to the world title. Like I am here for the Braun Breaker run in 2025.
And then you got the comeback with the Wyatts, man. They've been holding their own, man. So I was really enjoying that little feud with Alpha American Male.
Hmm.
You know, um, we got some shit, man. We got some shit going on with our rosters, dog.
Even with NXT,
It's
where you got Trick who just won the title, Eagle Ethan Page had a good run with it. Like Trick wins the title as
yeah,
NXT moves to CW. Roxanne Perez, I think
yeah.
continues to be the best person in NXT, male or female,
Ooh.
regardless. Like Roxanne Perez has been amazing this year, and then
Oh,
obviously
you just heard my
Oba.
argument over here.
What's up?
Oh man. I said you said um she's probably the best wrestler in NXT, male or female. And I said not much of an argument, but then you said Oba. No, Oba, nigga. God damn, yo. This nigga is
Yeah, he
different,
is.
bro. You that was yo, I was gonna pick him up too, but you got him before me. And I'm tired of making these fucking things with this bitch ass nigga Mike, yo. No, I'm just gonna let that go. I'm gonna let it go. But man, you hit one. Yo, that was over, bro.
Like Oba's had a ridiculous
I don't know, bro.
2024.
I think it's over, and Roxanne might be the best wrestlers in NXT, bro.
It might be.
Who, from an overall standpoint, who else, bro? Like, there's people that we can say, but from an overall standpoint, like I'm talking about, like in ring like even though Over's not on the mic like that, his aura carries everything. Like
Hmm.
I don't know who's better. I don't know who's better, bro. I think it is like if I had to choose who's the best wrestlers in NXT, I'm going with Uber and Roxanne. I'm not even going 1A, 1B. I'm going just male and female. Straight up.
I get it. I get you.
I don't know who else is better. Yeah, like them niggas is cooking, bro. Cooking with gas. And like even with the like they're not Uber coming out dancing and shit now.
Hmm. And people are tripping about that too. Like, why is Omen dancing before he just starts like cannibalizing people or something? Like, why is he dancing? He's like, it's like I'm like, it just calms him down. It brings him peace. It brings him peace before he rips people to pieces. Like it's
Yeah.
like that spot with Wes Lee where he press slammed him from the second rope. That's a rent free spot in my head right now.
Yeah.
Like rent free. He press slammed this man from the second rope. Like, sir.
So before we get out of here, because I got another pod to do, I gotta do this Diddy podcast. Um, not Diddy podcast, but it's about Diddy. um, I want to. So you said for the AL, who do you got coming out the AL, bro?
I'm gonna pick the Yankees. I'm torn between the Yankees and the Guardians. But I don't think the Guardians have enough offense. I think like if they can make this a bullpen ALCS, the Guardians and Yankees, then the Guardians got it because the Guardians bullpen is leaps and bounds better than the Yankees. I just don't think the Guardians have enough offense. That's a 6 game series to me, but I think the Yankees win that series. So instead of a rematch in 1983, it's a rematch in 2009. And I think the Phillies take it because I think the Phillies pen is better. And I think they're better than what they were when the Yankees swept us in late July. 6 game series. Phillies having home field matters. Phillies in 6 over the Yankees.
Philly can't get another New York letdown, bro. Nah, like we gotta
It's a
add
gotta
more.
have it. This
Knicks.
one's a gotta have it.
Yeah. Damn, Phillies and Yankees. Round. Well, I ain't gonna say round, but yeah, round two. Last time we seen was 2009 in the World Series.
Hmm.
Damn. So we gotta get our lip back if that is the case.
Yep.
So now, do you got the Phillies coming out by a lot, or is it gonna be a fight?
Of the teams left, I think like going like team for team, I think the Mets will fight
No,
to
no,
some
no, no,
degree. I
wait. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me ask you a better question.
Okay.
A better question. Who are you afraid of? Who put fear in your heart?
Who am I the most concerned about? Okay. Okay, I'll go team. I think the answer will probably be the Dodgers because they're one of the few teams in baseball that legitimately has an offense that can win you that can carry them to a title.
Yeah,
Where it's
yeah.
strictly their
Let me not ask
offense
you.
and not really their pitching.
Yeah. Like on some. Yeah. God damn. Oof. That's how I used to. That's how I used to feel about the Tigers back in the day, man. It's nothing but offense.
Yeah, they had two squads the Tigers did where I'm amazed they didn't win the title. 2012 and 2013 were those two teams where it's like I can't believe you didn't win the World Series. Like you like that those squad and they had pitching. Like both of those two teams had pitching and somehow they didn't win the title. Like they got swept
Yeah.
in the World Series in 12 and then lost in 13 because
Yeah.
of 2 grand slams by Boston.
Yeah.
And it's just like
God
how
damn. Only in a fucking video game.
how did that kind of stuff happen? But yeah, like those are the last team to really win based off of like strictly their offense. Like pitching, it was there, but like everybody knew they were going to win based because of just bludgeoning people. With exception to Cole Hamels, the OA Phillies almost basically won that title based off their offense. Like Moyer was fine and Myers was fine and Brad Lidge was amazing, but 80% of what they did was because of their offense was just terrorize people. That might have been the last team to win based off strictly off their offense. Like 80% of it. And Lacey chimes in, and she's got a dog in this fight. Being from Michigan, I hope the Tigers beat the Guardians, but I've always been a Yankee fan, especially since Jeter when Jeter played. But
Derek Cheater.
if the Tigers don't make it, I see Yankees winning it for sure, and Phillies winning the other side of it. So she'd have Yankees, Phillies if the Tigers don't get in, and Yankees beating the Phillies. But no, like Detroit selling at the deadline and still making the playoffs is an incredible accomplishment, and they've got the Cy Young Award winner in the AL, and Terrence Skubal, who won the Triple Crown in the American League. So like that's like he was amazing this year. So like that's gonna be a good series. The Tigers and the Guardians in the ALDS. This is a series that like not a lot of people wanted to really see because the American League Central got like no publicity whatsoever. Like everyone was expecting the Yankees or the Astros or the Orioles to really make a move, and then whoever wins the Central, whoever comes out of the Central comes out the Central. But everyone was expecting the Yankees, Astros, and Orioles to be one of those three teams to be the AL champion, and we're potentially 3 wins from the Royals away from none of those teams coming out the AL. That's how crazy the October is crazy in base. October's going to be wild.
Of course, Lacey got whoever beating Philly. Not surprised of her saying that.
You have warned me that she allegedly has a reputation of not picking, of being anti-Philly. You have warned me of this.
Yeah, she hasn't she hasn't been talking shit in a while, but nigga, every chance he gets, why is it everybody but Philly? Why? I don't understand. I have nothing but love for Detroit, nothing but love for Michigan. I love the fuck out of that state. I wouldn't want to live there because it's cold as fuck and I'm black. I fuck with the teams. Like, why is there so much beef? So why is there so much animosity? Why is it for someone who gives her state so much love? Why do Philly always got to be the dumb under your shit? You feel like I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I fuck with the sports with Detroit. I fuck with the music with Detroit. I know more shit about Detroit than niggas in Detroit. like I know about Haha Davis and keep bro. It's just like I don't get it. I got nothing but love for Detroit other than living there.
It is the most predominantly black city in the country. Detroit is.
Yeah. Well, either that or I thought Memphis was, bro.
No, I still think Detroit has that title. And maybe Memphis is snuck up on them. Well, as far as I remember it, I'm very sure Detroit still has that title.
Like I was rooting for the Lions last year, man. They what was it? What is it? 37 years or 35 years? 35 years they haven't been to the playoffs. Like
Hmm.
so shit. Like I was rooting for the Lakers, yo. You feel me? That's why I be so confused. Like, why is it always so much hate against Philly when I got nothing but love for the whole state of Michigan? Rasheed Wallace, Richard Hamilton. You feel me?
It's different. I mean, I understand why she doesn't love the Wolverines. I get it. I understand that. But yeah, like, it's different. It's I had to throw that in there.
College is a different job. College is different. I get that too.
Well, I get it. Some people just don't. Some people have their favorites, and some people have their ops. Like a lot of people around here don't like the New York or Boston teams. And with the NBA coming up, it feels like I think the three best teams in the NBA in the Eastern Conference are all on the Acela line. The Knicks, the Celtics, the Sixers. I think they feel like the three best teams in the East. Like I feel like they're gonna. It's gonna be crazy between those three. Whichever one gets home court advantage might be a huge advantage when the NBA pops up in a
Oh,
couple weeks.
when is the preseason? Tomorrow?
Preseason, yeah, preseason starts this weekend or next, and the NBA starts in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. So you know
So
we
when
gotta
the
get ready
Celtics are
for
gonna raise their banner,
I'm not man, whatever. Fuck all niggas. So we know we gotta do
our NBA pod, yeah,
our yeah, man.
yep, yep.
You know it's funny because somebody Michael Hedden just hit me up about that too, man. Yo, I feel like our themes that we have are lit. The NBA preview, March Madness, John, man. Even with this roster shit, man. Like it's still running fantasy roster. I feel like our things be so lit, yo.
It's because like when we're able to like, and people love the content of it, and obviously we appreciate everyone for listening. But it's like, oh, like it's coming out almost around the same times of each month or year, so now it gives people something to look forward to. Like, oh, the NBA is starting up soon. Okay, the NBA preview is gonna come. Like our NBA preview is coming up around that time period. Like the pay per views are coming up. So like, yeah, so obviously wrestling is gonna be popular to talk about. So yeah, we gotta bring up our rosters. We gotta talk about that. Or March Madness when we do our tournament. And when we do our tournaments, yeah, like that's a big time. Like, yeah, we talk about that. Like it's, and then obviously our draft right after WWE's draft. Like it's like, yeah, like it's they come up almost the same amount of times around the same time every year, so it gives people something to look forward to, and it gives us something to look
Yeah,
forward to as well because like we just love what we're doing right now. I think, and Lacey just responded. Lacey's entering the chat. Let's see what she say this time. I'm just happy to see Detroit making it this far. It's been since 2013 for the Tigers. Well, yeah, like I just mentioned when they made the ALCS, and I finally went to my first games, and they went 11 innings this summer. She's no SU fan. I know that. But 20 time, it's all Big Ten, including Penn State. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it.
I think she still started with Penn State beat her team.
I think she like Penn State, Ohio State actually meets up in a couple weeks, about a month. It was going to be a crucial Big Ten football game, but yeah, like college football, like it's
Who y'all winning
it's
that?
it's pretty big right now. It's going to be a crazy next 2 months for college football.
Who you got? Penn State or Ohio State? Ohio, Ohio.
No, I think if this is the year. I think Penn State can beat Ohio State. This is the best chance to beat them. Where over the last, I want to say since 2019, their rosters have overall been better than ours. Their roster, like their teams have been overall better, and like they've been better constructed. Like their athletes are better. Like and we've played good games against them, except for 20. But like they were the better teams 19 through now. 17 and 18, I thought we were the better team and happened and lost it because we weren't better at the very end. And that's going to be a really good game. We get them in our house this year. It may determine like the winner of that game probably is guaranteed to go to Indianapolis for the Big Ten championship.
Mm,
Like both teams have their own tests because next week they go to Oregon, we go to USC. Like next week's like a monster week in college football, and those are probably two top 10 matchups between those the four Big Ten schools.
so I know we're all over the place. Phillies, baseball, college. Let me ask you. This is the question I've been wanting to ask you for a minute. I probably did ask you. If I didn't, my fault. I mean, if I'm repeating myself, my fault. What are your thoughts on Raw going to Netflix? What are your overall thoughts on that?
I think it
I'm gonna tell
was,
you, mate. I think it's amazing. I'm gonna make mine quick.
but
I think my joint. I think it's crazy. I think it's great for them, and I think it's great for Netflix as well. I think it's a new start. Shout out to you, USA. You've been holding niggas down for a minute.
mhm.
I think it's time for us to branch out and go somewhere not better, but a little bit broad, a little more this day and age. So I'm gonna go to Netflix, but I'm gonna still keep my loyalty, and y'all can get SmackDown. We
Mhm.
still win.
That was the trade off.
Um,
That felt like that was the deal. Like, okay, cool, you lose. Um, okay, fine, you lose Raw. You lose like the A show, the number one show for a lot of years. But you gain SmackDown, who's done so well over the last 3 years, over the last 3 or 4 years, and you get that as a consolation. So, but it still works. You got 2 hours of WWE programming because you also lost NXT, and NXT, which has been surging over the last year and change, but they're holding it down. Like CW brings a brand new audience. This is going to be big for Netflix. Like this $1 billion deal for Netflix is one of the biggest moves that they've made in a while now. And for Raw to go there, and it's a big money move for them. I think it opens up a brand new flow for them. Maybe they take their streaming stuff off Peacock and put it on Netflix. Who knows? Like, there's a lot of things that can come from this, and this bit, and obviously WWE just made a killing off this deal. There's a lot of stuff that can come from this. Plus, whatever documentaries they do, Netflix does an excellent job of putting documentaries together. We just saw with Vince in terms of the quality. I think it's going to be a major move going forward. I think for Netflix and for WWE and for Raw, and Raw possibly going like TV 14 because NXT's already TV 14. Raw's at minimum TV 14 on Netflix, and maybe further than that. I think we're going to get some crazy content. And I was going to ask you the same thing. AEW finally signing the deal with Warner Brothers, and they're going to take their pay per views onto the streaming service. It seems like in 2025. Like, what you think about AEW finally pulling the trigger and going to Max for the pay per views and keeping up with Warner Brothers and things like that?
I've been hearing things about that for a while now, man, and I was here for it. I was here for it, bro. You know what I mean? So now that they are going to Max, like it's official, like I love it. It's great. It's great for Max. It's great. Well, I ain't say let's say great for Max. Or it's better for AEW. It's good. It's good business both sides of the story, both sides of the coin. But it's definitely major for AEW. No matter where the fuck, if W if WWE took their talents to Hulu, I don't know. It's so weird, bro. Because I feel like if WWE took their talents to Hulu, I don't think it would be great for both. But I don't think like they both. It's an even trade.
Okay.
It's a even. It's like I mean, for some reason, I feel like when WWE first came out with Peacock, did it with Peacock, it was major for WWE. It was cool for Peacock because Peacock was still growing.
Right.
You feel me? So it was major for WWE. Um, but I feel like if WWE took their talents to, for some reason, if I feel like they took their talents to either Netflix or even Max, it's major for both companies. I don't know
Hmm.
why. I feel like it's major for. Well, I'm gonna tell you why. I know what it is because Hulu has a bunch of shit. Hulu has live TV.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's cool. Netflix is stamped, but to have Raw on Netflix adding a whole another category of their arsenal,
Right.
I think it's dope. I think it's fire. I think it's amazing. Um, and I feel the same way about Max. Max is lit, but to have Raw on Max, it just elevates Max even more.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where I'm thinking of it. But I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it, bro. I'm here for it. Shit. Oh my God. Can you imagine? No, I don't think that would have worked out. I was going to say if Raw went to Disney Plus. I don't think that would
Nah,
have worked out.
that's not that's. I don't think that's a marriage that works.
Yeah.
But
Nah.
I like, but yeah, like you're saying with AEW going to Max, I think it's huge. I think it's a huge deal. You put the pay per views, you put the video library, like you come up with like a video library for AEW and put that on Max, and now you open up a whole lot of eyeballs, and now you have a whole lot of more. Okay,
Just watch it.
you're paying $10 for Max per month, and now you get AEW stuff. Now you get the TNT stuff with the hockey and the sports. You get the all the shows that Max already has. You get Hard Knocks. and then you get like the old school, the HBO stuff that for years, like for those who don't have Max, it's I think it's a really good look for both sides. AEW needs exposure, and Max needed a different variety of content. I think it's gonna work out great for both sides.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And, and G's outside too. Um, hold on, real quick so we depart. Yeah. Is that exposure for AEW is super huge, and and it adds more arsenal to match at the same time, so they both come out winning. I'm loving the deal. I'm loving the deal, bro. Raw going on Netflix. I'm loving that as well, man. And they're switching it up, man. They're adding something different. You know what I mean? I'm here for that. I'm here
Hmm.
for that, man. And I think the superstars are here for it too, man.
It's gonna be a fresh new beginning, for a lot of
Yeah.
people in both companies. Like it's like NXT feels like it's like a fresh new start on CW now, and SmackDown's like it's starting clean with what they're doing on USA, and then Raw when Raw starts the new year on Netflix, it feels like it's gonna be a brand new flow, and it's
Oh my
it's gonna
gosh.
be it's gonna be and right on perfect time for Royal Rumble season two for Raw to go to Netflix. Like the Raws in January are gonna feel like pay per views. They're gonna be absolutely insane.
Yeah. Yo, we definitely gotta stream the first episode
Yeah, we're gonna
on
have to.
Netflix.
Yeah, we definitely are gonna have to.
Yeah. Is it gonna be live?
Yeah,
I thought so. I
yeah,
thought so.
yeah, because Raw, yeah, 'cause Netflix does live content now. So yeah, they're gonna have it live.
Yeah. And that's why that shit is major for both of you. I mean, you got something that's been live for fucking 30 plus years
Hmm.
on USA. It's like, yeah, man, come here. And Netflix know the deals that wrestling been making with TKO and every fucking thing in the world. Yeah, come here,
Hmm.
come over here. Yeah, WWE be getting money with everybody, bro. Every fucking body. God damn, who the fuck marketing them? God damn, I need their PR team,
It's
nigga.
crazy good, ain't it? That they were able to skate by everything that
Oh,
happened with Vince, in is easy work. They made all these deals post Vince, like the TKO deal, and then obviously with Netflix and the new deal with USA and CW now. Like they made all this happen post Vince, and I think it leads into I guess the final thing about him, Vince's legacy, where I think he may be the most important person in wrestling history because of everything he's been able to do in making wrestling mainstream and making wrestling acceptable and cool for like making it the it thing for a long time and making it super popular. And now, even that he's not involved in any of this anymore, it's becoming incredibly popular even more so. And as with the vision that Triple H and Shawn have, and then we'll see what AEW continues to try to do. And obviously, they try to be something different, and how everyone is kind of trying to keep up with everyone else. It's like they can just set the bar even higher and even higher and even higher. But we don't have a bar to try to see other people reach without Vince McMahon doing it first. And I think that's where, for good or bad, for all the stuff that he did, I think even with all of this, we don't have stuff like this. Wrestling shows and podcasts, billion dollar deals, all the people going to all these live events. We don't have all of this without Vince McMahon, which I think makes him the most important person in the history of wrestling.
it sounded like you was about to say thank you, Vince.
Oh, it's not on screen and off screen. I think Vince is. It feels like it's the same person. It feels like Vince took his on screen persona and took it off screen. It feels like that, but no, like
Mike just said thank you, Vince.
I didn't say thank you, Vince. But I just gotta tell the truth. Like it feels like he like without Vince, we don't have the stuff that we have. We didn't do what we just did for 2.5 hours without all the all the stuff that Vince has done. It's just the truth.
Bro, you gave him his Hall of Fame speech, bro. You just inducted Vince McMahon, bro. You just gave him a
I
job.
just give him flowers like that. But I think that's his legacy. That's the complicated part of his legacy. It's complicated with him. Like
I might clip that shit, bro. I might clip the caption. Mike, thank you, Vince, and you just giving him all his flowers. I might clip.
but no, but like what are you supposed to do with him? Yeah, like off the screen, is he kind of like is he a bad person? Yeah, it seems like it. But on the screen, when it comes to like all the stuff he did for wrestling, is it important? Absolutely, it is. Like it's a complicated thing with Vince. It's incredibly complicated, and it's would it shock me if he came back even after all of this? Probably not. Like even after all this drama that he got himself into, it wouldn't shock me at all if he came back. But it's just what it is. Like what would you say is Vince's legacy?
Thank you, Vince.
Like what's
You
that?
heard me? Thank you, Vince. That's what I gotta say about it.
You just kept it far more simple than I did.
Oh shit, my stomach hurt, bro. My stomach hurt. Oh, oh shit. What would I say? I agree with everything you said, bro. I agree with everything you said, man. On some real shit. So, you know, it's no different from we talking about Hulk Hogan, R. Kelly, P. Diddy. Like them niggas was goats at their job. As a individual, they ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Without Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan, it wouldn't be wrestling wouldn't be what it is.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I agree with everything you said. Damn, my nigga, you put that bitch so eloquently, bro. Like you really inducted Vince McMahon, bro. You really inducted Vince McMahon. Thank you, Vince.
I don't think we can top that for the rest of the night. I mean, you want to do your outro and get out of here? I don't think we can top that.
Yo, that David said, yo. Lacey, Lacey, did you just hear Mike induct Vince McMahon to his Hall of Fame and said thank you, Vince? You did his shit better than his own kids. What the fuck, Mike? Look, oh shit, at David said that on all social media platforms.
Ah, it's funny. Okay. Twitter, you can follow me, Beast Mike's the Twitter handle, BeastMike215 on IG for the three people who have threads, also on TikTok. And my YouTube channel, Beast Mike's Train of Thought. Also follow me there. I've been doing a bunch of videos over the last few months
Nice.
for football as well. Probably do some for basketball when we get closer to basketball season. So you can follow me on all those spots.
Yo, I'm gonna give you the YouTube for our John
Okay.
and post all that shit. Post either if you don't post it, nah, you don't gotta do that. That's what Justin is for. Matter of fact, everything on your train of thoughts is that. Would you want all of that on They Gotta Chill on YouTube or no?
Like stuff like this can go on both. Like obviously, like I do separate things compared to what you guys do with your other shows, but like it's still real to me. It's like things like that that can go on my channel. Yeah, like when we do our show on Monday, like stuff like that. Yeah, like that we could absolutely do on that can flow on both channels.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna still give you the info just in case you want to put some shit on there anyway.
Sure.
Because that's what we're gonna start. That's what we're gonna start to do. I'll update you more about that. But yeah, man, train of thoughts. Aunt David's stepdad still running me. So y'all might see me tomorrow for Bad Blood, but I know y'all see us for Raw after Bad Blood.
See you guys on Monday. Enjoy Bad Blood with Dave the Stepdad.
And wait, and hold up, seriously, before we dip out, thank you, Vince.
See you tomorrow on Monday.